Hello everyone. In our last video we talked about advanced animation. In this video we're going to talk about formatting your background. Now if you're going to format a background in your PowerPoint presentation, you have a couple of options. One, you can apply it to all slides, or if you want to put a background on an individual slide, you have to go to that particular slide and apply that background to just that slide and then move to the next slide and continue. But in this case, I'm going to demonstrate how to format your background and then apply it to all slides. Click on the Design tab on your ribbon at the top. And we're still working with this advantages and disadvantages of PowerPoint, this presentation we've been working on. You can even use a blank presentation for this. And then you're going to look on the far right hand side, click on Format Background. And the Format Background navigation window will open on the right hand side. And so you have options: solid fill, gradient fill, picture or texture, pattern fill. And so the solid fill basically is a color. And so if you look at the fill color bucket here, we're going to click the down arrow and choose any color. In this case, let's just go ahead and choose like a dark color because I want to demonstrate transparency. We're going to go with this dark color gray. And yes, that pretty much disturbs the slide because the main thing on your slide obviously is going to be the content, the text that you have on the slide. It's far more important than the background. And so we can tone it down by using our transparency right here. If you click on top of that little bar right there on top of the transparency, I'm going to drag it over to the right. And notice as the number increases in that window, I'm at around 72%. Now we can make out the text. The text stands out more than the background. So be careful with background colors and text colors. In some cases, if you really love the background color, you may be forced to change your text color to a brighter color if it's a darker background color. And so we're going to click Reset Background, and that takes us back to where we were before. And so you can choose any color to go with the background, but like I said, be careful with colors and background colors and text colors. Click on the gradient fill. Notice the preview here that we get for the gradient fill. Notice, we have like a lighter color here, and then it's kind of darker here, and then it's lighter here. And you could change the angle of it over here. You can change rectangular, whether you want path. So you got a lot of different options here, and you can change the color right here as well. And then again, you have that transparency. So it's just a matter of, you really can't go wrong. It's just a matter of changing things and kind of playing with it to see, okay, what does it look like if I do this or that? And then we're going to, again, click Reset Background. It takes us back to where we were. Click on Picture or Texture Field. You can actually put a picture in your background. Again, make sure when it comes to pictures that the picture is related to the topic that you are talking about. So I'm going to go to File, and in this case I'm just going to go and pull a random picture. It's not necessarily a picture that's related to what we're talking about. So I'm going to pull this picture in, and yes, the picture is very busy. It pretty much takes over the text. You can barely make out the text. So again, this is where transparency will come into play. And I'm going to slide it over, and notice we tone it down just enough to where, yes, you can still see the background, but it doesn't overtake the text. And so that, that works out just great. So you can take any picture and do that. We're going to reset background. Now let's go to pattern fill. My strongest advice to you is probably to avoid pattern fill unless you really want to make your audience dizzy. Because some of these patterns can really get to be busy. If you notice there, that's just over the top. That's way too much. And so if I were you, I would avoid the pattern fill altogether. And then click Reset Background. Okay, so regardless of what option you choose to go with, solid fill, gradient, picture, like I said, be careful with pattern. Make sure you click on Apply to All when you're done. That applies it to all of the slides. Otherwise, if you're doing individual slides, you have to do all of these steps on each slide. I think it's far better to just be consistent and apply to all slides.